Hi folks, it's Danny at Bradley James Classics. Well, today's car I'm afraid isn't a classic, but it is a trade-in and a very suitable family car, and that is a Vauxhall Zafira. It's a design model from 2011, and it's covered 106,000 miles. And that's 106,000 miles, year 11. That's just under average mileage. The condition is pretty decent. As you can imagine, for a car that's now 11 years old, there are a few little battle scars here and there, but nothing terrible. And I will point out any little imperfections as we walk round. Having done a little bit of research, I can tell you that the design model is a mid-range. So it's not the base model. The design version does give you things like alloy wheels, and you have front driving lights, which are down there in the bumper. It does have electric windows in the back, not just the front like some of the models. It does have air conditioning, and I can tell you it's been recharged and it's all ice cold. It comes with its full service history, and it's been serviced by Vauxhall up to about 70,000 miles, and then independent garages thereon. So it's all fully serviced up. It does come with 2 keys, the dealer handbook, so pretty much everything you need. In regards to this particular one, it's a 1.8 petrol, a 5-speed manual gearbox. Now the 1.8 is probably the one to go for because it combines decent power with 140 brake horsepower engine, and it does around 39-40 to the gallon. So it's quite respectable. There are other models in the range, but I think in regards to a bit of performance, the 1.6 is probably to be avoided because it's considered a little sluggish for quite a large car. And I think that's 115 brake horsepower, but the 140 brake horsepower that you get in the 1.8 seems to definitely make them move a little better. Now, I've driven this car and I can vouch for the fact that it does drive extremely well without any faults, any warning lights, any issues. In fact, it's a pretty clean car, considering these are tended to be family buses. There are 1 or 2 little minor parking knocks, and there is a few scratches here and there, but overall the car does present rather well. They are of course a 7-seater, and I'm going to show you the 7 seats because we've actually got it set up in 7-seat mode. It's got a good set of tyres. The MOT runs through to let's have a look, I did make a note of it, May 2023. And I think I've just told you about all the extras. Oh, electric mirrors on this car. It also has rear parking sensors which go beep, beep, beep to help you not reverse into things. Now, that's pretty much all I can tell you about the car itself. It's actually a phase 2 version of the Zafira. They started in 2005 and run through to 2014, so this is a 2011, so it's towards the end of the run of these popular family cars. I'm going to show you inside as well. Now, it's a warm day, so all the windows are open, but this is the dashboard, and as I say, it is clean and tidy in here. The passenger side seat is in very good condition. The plastics on the dashboard are very decent as well, and you can see you've got a remote control for the audio, stereo system, which I think is a feature of the design model. There's an air conditioning switch on there. You've got like a glossy piano black and a LED display which tells you what radio station and what your average MPG is, and at the moment it's 34. And then on a run you can get 39-40 out of these. You've got a little bit of wear to this bolster. Now apparently it's quite common that they go there, so there's a bit of wear on this bolster, but other than that, it's got a new set of carpet mats in it. We noticed that's front and rear, so that's those carpet mats down there. Lots of little cubby holes in places, as you can imagine on a car like this. Let's show you let's show you what it's like in the back. As I say, it is nice and clean and tidy, because these can get a little on the scruffy side with extended family use, but this one is very clean actually. So that's a second row of seats, and then if you just pull this lever here, now it's a bit tricky to do some of this with one hand, but I'm going to show you how you can fold that seat right down, and then actually if you do this, this makes the whole row move forward. Now the only trouble is, because I've put that the headrest there, oh dear, I'm going to have to start again, aren't I? This hasn't been one of my better demos. I'm used to working with older cars, but now that's better. Now can you see you've now got that much space to step into, and then you can get into the rear row of seats. Now there's 2 extra seats in the back, and they're all very clean. There's got these new carpet mats in the back, which is very nice, and this is it in 7-seater mode. Obviously you've got seat belts in the back and plenty of leg room, and you can actually seat adults in here. There are headrests which are built here and here, and there's the seat belts plug in to a little area in between the 2 here. Let's see if I can give you the demo. As you can see, that's where the seat belts go in. So this is showing you it in 7-seater mode, and that's how you hop in and out. And with the lift of this lever, these all come in quite nicely, and that's you in your second row of seats with, I think, quite a nice amount of legroom. So now let's go around to the boot. I think I'm going to spend a bit of time showing the inside of this car, because this is usually the reason people buy them. Now obviously with the 7 seats you don't get a huge amount of boot space, but what I've seen is that people who do fill this up with children and people, it is of course possible onto these roof rails you can fit bars, and you can have a large top box. So this is the rear seats. There's a little button that you press in here, and there's a handle that goes down there, and then you sort of push that up and persuade this seat to go down in this direction, and that's it going down. Do you know what? I think I have to actually push the front seats forward a little further. Cool, I'm really on a roll here, aren't I? That's it. And let's show you those rear seats going down. That's one down. And a little push on this button here. And then there's a little handle down here. And I pull those up. And then they get folded down, and down they go as well. And then you get quite a large mat here, which folds forward, and that covers your space quite nicely. And then that's how much space you can have in it with those seats in that position. Now obviously I need to bring this back a bit, and those rear seats will need to come back into a more of a sensible position. Now I can show you how large the boot is, which is quite frankly massive if you don't have those rear seats up. Now I'm sorry, that wasn't probably the most elegant example, but I've managed to do the movement of these seats and folding of these seats with one hand, because the other hand's been on this camera, so I think you get the idea that it is possible. Another nice little feature, if you are just travelling with 2 passengers, you can fold down this centre armrest, which has got the obligatory drink holders and a little trinket box there and stuff to keep you entertained. So they are a well-designed car. They are at probably the budget end of the people carrier, but I think they're quite well loved family cars, and you can safely carry 7 passengers in there. And this colour is called technical grey. It is actually a mid metallic grey, and I'm going to run through a video of the bodywork. Now there are the odd scratch and parking dent here and there, as you would expect from a car like this. You've got a bit of a scratch that's been touched up here, a few little marks around there, nothing major. This door's in good order, as is this front wing. The bonnet and the front bumper do have some parking not parking, I'm sorry, stone chips, as you would expect for a car that's covered 106,000 miles. And down low I've got a bit of a scratch here, but these grills are in nice order, as are those lamps. The odd stone chip on the front wing, nothing major. A little bit of a what looks to be like a minor parking dent here, but I'm being fussy. A few little stone chips on this surround. The driver's door looks in pretty good order. I've got a bit of a parking knock here. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. It's a bright day today. Pretty good on the rear wing. I've got a tiny little scratch here. The back bumper where it's had stuff going in and out of the bonnet. There's a bit of paint off, but nothing major. And then we've got the boot here. Now it had a series of stickers along here where it had like of a family and a few other members, but they've been taken off, so it all looks quite smart at the back. And there's the 1.8 for the engine size, and you can see these little holes in here. That's for the parking sensors, which surprisingly it's got a little dent next to a parking sensor, so it's still possible to hit things, obviously. So I'm going to do another walk around the car so you can see the condition. I'm going to recap. This car has MOT through to May 2023, 106,000 miles. It does have a full service record, mainly from the Vauxhall dealer and then independent garages. It does drive perfectly well without any faults. It comes with 2 keys, all the dealer manuals. It's I'd describe it as above average condition inside because of how clean and good that appears to be. From over here I can see there's a few parking dents, which I hope my camera's able to point out, but again, nothing terrible. There's no huge stove-in doors, there's just a few honest probably car park trolleys. Nice and clean and tidy on the inside, and I've showed you it in that 7-seat configuration. I've pointed out the fact that we do have a little bit of wear on this bolster, which is probably caused by the driver going in and out, but the rest of the interior does present quite nicely. Now there's not a great deal to see underneath the bonnet because I think most of it's covered over with a plastic engine cover, but while we're having a good look around the car together, I'm trying to simulate what it's like if you was here having a look with me. So we can see that Ecotech engine, a big RAC Vata battery, which is a good sign. Nice and clean actually under the engine bay, nothing adverse. I can't see any evidence of any oil leaks or any issues here. It's all quite as I'd expect. And one final little look round this Vauxhall Zafira. Well, all the cars we sell get checked out in our own workshop. We're also a garage here at Bradley James Classics. We own the Overton garage, so we will check over the cars before they leave us to make sure they're suitable for you to drive away in. We do offer a UK delivery service where we can bring the car anywhere in the UK, and we will quote you for this. We test drive the cars, as I say, just to make sure they're up together. One other thing I've just noticed on here, this car does have a bit of a chip in the windscreen, which is right in the middle. Now that is, I believe, outside what they call the A zone, so I don't think that's going to be an issue for MOTs. However, most insurance companies do have a policy where they will repair chips and stuff, so rather than have to replace a windscreen, it's usually possible to get them repaired. Or if it were to worsen, your insurance policy would almost certainly cover you for a windscreen. Well, I think that's everything I can tell you about the car. 106,000 miles. It looks to have had just 2 owners according to the logbook. We have all the paperwork and she's good to go. Well folks, thank you for having a look at this Vauxhall Zafira with me. Please get in touch and arrange to come for a test drive, or if you have any questions, please get in touch through the usual manner. Thank you for watching the video. That's Danny at Bradley James signing out.